Edwards Air Force Base is home to more than 200 species of birds. Most of which are protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918.
Some birds were hunted for their feathers, used in clothing and other artifacts. Like egrets, they would shoot for the plumes. They'd put them on ladies' hats. And then some birds, they'd collect the eggs for food. Hunters mastered their skills to the point where many species were starting to actually go extinct. One example of this is the passenger pigeon. When the Europeans first settled in this country, there was estimated to be billions of passenger pigeons, and by the 1900s they had gone extinct. So in 1918, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act was signed to protect migratory birds. Most birds on Edwards Air Force Base are protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, which makes it illegal to take any bird or feathers, eggs, active nests, and so we need to protect these birds. And they often nest in areas that can be a bother to us. They like to nest in protected areas, and often these areas are in aircraft or on your house, and they can get in your way.
Johnny and Billy love to toss a football around in their backyard. Sometimes they even toss it up into the tree and try to guess where it will land after hitting branch after branch on its way down. But today, after tossing the ball a few times, they find a nest in the tree with young birds and a mother feeding them. The game of toss becomes a game of target practice as the boys begin throwing rocks at the nest they've discovered. One of the rocks finds its target, and the nest tumbles to the ground. What started as a fun game turns serious as the boys realize what they've done. They watch the young birds lay motionless. They didn't mean to hurt them, they just thought they would fly away like the mother bird did. Birds, eggs, and their nests should be left alone, because leaving them alone gives the birds the best chance to live. When nesting season comes along, birds have a way of finding a place to nest that can be unsafe for them or even bother you. Even though they usually nest in places where they are protected from bad weather, other animals, and even humans, they don't always find a place that is safe for them. As more buildings are constructed here at Edwards, trees and other safe places where birds usually nest are sometimes cut down. This can then make birds build nests in places near homes, offices, and even your playgrounds. The Migratory Bird Treaty Act protects these birds, their bird parts, such as feathers and eggs, and their nests. The law says that no one can at any time or in any way take, own, or move a migratory bird, its parts, or an active nest. An active nest is one that has eggs or young birds in it. Not following the law can result in having to pay up to $15,000 or spending up to 2 years in jail. Even though the feathers and eggs of these birds are beautiful, it is against the law to take, own, or move them. But it is okay to admire the birds from afar, giving them a chance to live and grow. The most common migratory birds nesting in the housing and business areas around base are the brewer's blackbird, the house finch, the Say's phoebe, and even the common raven. These birds build nests in the spring, but because of the great weather conditions at Edwards, they can nest even into late summer. Other migratory birds that can be found around Edwards include the turkey vulture, the great horned owl, the burrowing owl, the red-tailed hawk, and the roadrunner. Migratory birds play a role in the ecosystem at Edwards, and protecting the balance of creatures is important for the environment. Birds can eat snakes and bugs in your housing and business areas and are a treat for bird watchers. They also inspire our pilots and aircraft engineers. Flight testing is an important part of the mission at Edwards, and many of the aircraft flown here are named after protected birds, like the F-22 Raptor, the F-16 Falcon, and many others. Sharing our environment with migratory birds at Edwards Air Force Base is definitely something worth striving for.